Hello, and welcome to the White House Church Podcast. My name is Luke Franson, here with my brother in the faith and co-host,
Colin Fosnall.
and we are so excited you're here. The hope behind this podcast is to answer that question that we made the title.
White House Church.
White House Church. Hopefully you find some answers to that question, but also to help provide some resources for people who are either interested in house church or they have friends and family who are either in a house church or moving that way in their faith. In addition, we do want to provide some resources for house churches.
Absolutely.
To troubleshoot some common problems that we've both experienced
In our time in it.
in our time in the house church and seen in our interactions with other house churches.
Mm-hmm.
It's been really healthy for house churches to interact with each other and to be in that extra network, and we want to create a space for that on the cyberspace as well.
Yeah. I think it's important for us to create that environment for hopefully people to find answers to their questions, but also just find community if that's what they're looking for too. So that's what our goal and hope with this is as we talk through some of those issues and some of those topics that we mentioned. But also if you have further suggestions, reach out to us with podcast suggestions or any questions or concerns that you have with what we've talked about in our episodes as well. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we want to be really intentional about the content that we're releasing. So we're not going to have a regular release schedule or anything like that. We're not just going to have something or create a podcast because it's time for the podcast. And we're only going to make episodes on topics that we think really deserve that time and have that space for a podcast. Because we have a lot of the same repeat conversations.
Mm-hmm. With other people that are either interested or have questions with us about house church in general.
Yeah, and sometimes, a 5-minute conversation
really can go a long way. Especially with an hour-long podcast follow-up. And that's the hope behind what we're